Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a book haul. I have a few books to show. It's not gonna be a big one, it's just a little book haul. I think I've got 8, maybe 9. Wait, hold on, that shouldn't be up here yet. I forgot about that one. Okay. So yeah. First book is from Amazon, which, hold on, let me open Amazon and tell you how much I paid for it. Probably should have had this open first. Okay, this is the first book. It is Shot in the Dark by Mary Dublin and Anne Kensley. It might be Kensley. It says, obey the curfew, never fly past Alicia's boundaries, above all, never speak to humans. So, it's like a human vampire, maybe witch, I'm not sure. All I know is I heard that it was similar to Dean from Supernatural. Love Supernatural. A lot of my friends love Supernatural, and they told me to read this and tell them how it was. But it's like based on Supernatural. It's for like those who love Supernatural. You have perfect for fans of Supernatural, and R.J. Anderson's Knife Shot in the Dark is an action-packed urban fantasy novel that explores the courage it takes to embrace our true identity and intertwined with hunting themes of forbidden love and found family. So, I thought I read somewhere that it was a vampire, but that might have been the second book that I was reading about. I think this one's a witch. I'm not sure though. But yeah, it's a pretty cover. I believe this is, oh no, it's not. I thought it was indie published, but I don't think it is, considering it has a publishing stamp right there. Usually if they're indie published, they don't have that, so I have no idea, but it's new. The second book comes out soon, I think. Okay. The first book from eBay is Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. It's the first book in the Vancouver Storm series. Yeah, it says, I'm not gonna read all the words, but I'll read the ones I like. It says, he's the hot, grumpy goalie I had a crush on in high school, and now I'm his live-in assistant. Beneath his surliness, though, Jamie's surprisingly sweet and protective. He could break my heart, but maybe I'm willing to take that chance. Sounds like a Grumpy Sunshine movie. Maybe an Enemies to Lovers, I'm not quite sure. I just know it was very popular on TikTok. Oh, I was going to tell you how much this was. This one was $15. This one was $10. And I'm rounding up these numbers. So this one was $10. Am I missing it? I might actually have forgotten to grab a book. Oh, no, I didn't. It's right here, actually. Okay, I'm gonna do this one real quick. This one is also from eBay. I got Dungeons Dramas because I had already bought Dating and Dragons from the bookstore. And so this one I got on eBay. It was $8.50. I got it because it's the first book. I think they're a series, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually know much about them. But yeah. We have that one. Oh, and those are by Christy Boyce. Okay, the third and final book I got from eBay for now is Pretty Reckless by L.J. Shen. It is the first book in, oh, you can't see it, it's way up there. But I have the second book up there that I got from Books A Million, which you would see in a previous video. But they say revenge is the best, oh my god, I can't read today. They say Revenge is a dish best served cold. Finally got that out. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's the first book in the All Saints series by L.J. Shen. I have the second one up there, and the third one coming soon. But they sound interesting. I don't actually really know what they're about, to be perfectly honest. So, we will see. Okay. Here, we'll do this one. Ooh, this book, I do not have the actual price on it. I don't, because I don't have that app on my, actually, do I have that app on this one? This is my old phone. It's the one I usually use to film, but it is so dead, and I don't have enough storage on it, because I'm currently editing a video, and so I have a bunch of clips on it. Okay, yeah, well, let me, okay, I do have it on here. So this was $8 on Pango. Sorry. And it's the first book in the, what is it called? Windy City series. I do also believe this is an indie published version. Just based on how it looks, and it has no, publishing, like, stamp right here, like the books usually do. But yeah, this one I got for $8, but actually I used my PangoBooks, so I got it for free technically. I think I had to, like, pay 50 cents or something. But yeah, it's by Liz Tom Ford. It's also very popular on TikTok. So yeah. Okay. The next book I got was from Barnes & Noble. I got it today. Technically, I didn't pay for it. Because, well, I didn't pay for it. My brother wanted to go somewhere that I didn't want to go, so he said he'd buy me a book under $20, which, well, is, you know, is most of the books I read. And so, yeah. So, I had 3 books that I was like, I cannot find for any cheaper than, like, sale price, you know what I mean? There's like 3 books that I couldn't find for any cheaper than their sale price. And so I was like, I'm gonna find one of these 3. They, surprisingly, honestly, the one that I thought they would have, they did not have. But this is one I've been kind of thinking about for a while. It's been on my mind, and it's gonna be great for spring. So I'm not gonna read it today. I'm gonna read something today, I hope. But yeah. But it is The Brightest Light of Sunshine by Lisna Cooney. I don't know. I saw a TikTok about it a really long time ago. It says, a woman ready to move on, a man who can't afford distractions, an inspiring journey of healing love. So, it's an age gap. It's like a 8-year age gap, I think. I don't know, it says somewhere in here. I think it's an 8-year age gap. Something like that. I think it's gonna be enemies to lovers. I think it might be like nanny or something. He's taking care of his little sister because their mom like ran off or something. I don't know. It sounds really interesting. It was a really pretty book, honestly. It was $18. So, yeah. My brother did use a $5 coupon that I have. Because we don't go up there that often, so I don't have, like, the membership, but I do have, like, the card, if that makes any sense. I have, like, the basic one you get for free. And so I get stamps, and so I get free gift cards I think it's, like, 10 or 12 or something stamps. And so I had a $5 gift card, and so he used it on this, which, I'm okay with, honestly. I don't really care. Okay, the next books I got are from Book Outlet. I'm going to start with this one just because there's 2 books I'm kind of annoyed about. But I've got Angry God, which is the 3rd book in the All Saints series by L.J. Shen. So that's fun. Heartless Prince, Gorgeous Bully, Perfect Lover is what it says right there. He's been told that good girls like bad boys, and he's as bad as they come. So it's going to be fun. This might be a dark romance series, but I'm not sure. But it's by L.J. Shen, and of the first 3 books. I don't think I'm gonna get the 4th one. It just isn't a book I'm interested in, to be fair. So, I think they're interconnected standalones anyway. The next book I got is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. It's a hockey romance, I think. Hockey ice skater romance, maybe? Yeah, I think it's ice skater hockey romance. I just thought it was interesting and I grabbed it, so fun. The next book I got. Oh, I didn't even tell you the prices. Oh my god. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay, this book was $6.99. Okay, this book was $7.49. This book, which is Wicked Served by Grace Riley, it is the 4th book in the... Does this have a series name? I'm not sure. But it's a book club there though. This is the last book, and it was $7.49 as well. It's a hockey romance. Okay, and the last 2 books I'm kind of grouping together because they were the same series. They're in the same series. The Score and The Legacy, which they're the books I ordered, yes. Completely different cover. I was expecting it to be like these. Oh no, these covers right here, because that's what it showed in my images. I don't know if you can see that, but those are the covers that it shows. And this one was $6.99. Oh, The Score was $6.99. I should probably move this back down. And The Legacy is $7.99, which that's gonna bug me. That I do need to get book 4 still though. But there's different covers. But I can't really do anything about it, to be fair. I did email them, so I'm hoping they'll get back to me. And maybe they'll send me a different copy, but I don't know how they work on that because the last time they just gave me some excuse. I had an issue with them because they didn't communicate that it was out of stock before I bought it. And they just refunded me and they didn't say anything about it, so I thought I was still getting the book. I was not. I did not. So I was reminded about that. And these are not the covers I ordered. I'm really annoyed by that. But, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now. So, it's whatever. Anywho, that is the end of my book haul for today. Sorry about that little rant at the end. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I think this is the same video. Anywho, as I have 2 separate hauls technically that I have filmed. This is the second one, really. So I don't know if they're going to be together or not, but I think they are going to be because I think they're quite short. I have 5 books for today. I have 1 book coming tomorrow, which I didn't realize was coming tomorrow, so I'll just film a separate showing of that book. But yeah. I think I'm gonna start with the book I got yesterday. So, did I have to buy this? No. Did I buy it anyway? Yes. We went to my local bookstore, new and used books. This is one of their used books. It was $7.97. You can see that? I don't know. It's called Harley Merlin and the Mystery Twins. It is the second book in the series. It sounded really interesting though. And I think it's a romance based on, but I don't know. We'll see. It says, a dark past, a hidden power, a dangerous enemy. Harley Merlin has a lot of unanswered questions in her life. What drove her father to kill her mother? How can she know the true extent of her magical abilities? Has Wade Crowley always been this annoying? Sounds like romance, I think. After the violent gargle incident that left many dead, Harley fears what other evil tricks her psychotic aunt has up her sleeve. When she discovers that magical foster kids like herself are in danger, she knows she must do whatever it takes to protect them. And it turns out that Tatiana, the Coven's resident ghost whisperer, is also willing to make sacrifices and has secrets of her own. So it's like supernatural mystery. Hopefully romance is in there. But it sounds pretty interesting. I do need to get book one though. Okay, the next book is also a fantasy romance. It's a city of gods and monsters. This is a thick book. It's so thick. I got recommended this on TikTok. I have posted a TikTok about the kinds of fantasy books I wanted, or the kinds of fantasy books that I wanted to read, and fantasy romance books that I wanted to read. And this was one of the comments. And yes, it's very thick. I don't know if I'll ever read this because it does intimidate me. Just like the first book in the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. That also, they're the same size. They intimidate me. This one was, wait 1 second. It was $19 or $18.53 if you want to be very specific. I always round up though. Okay. And then since I have this price right in front of me, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Okay. This next book is one that I've been hearing about. Oh wait, hold on. This one is by Kayla Groats. Oh, heck to the no, I'm not reading all this. Sorry, that is the synopsis. It is so tiny. So many words. I'm not reading that. I was going to, but I'm not. Death is only the beginning, is what the top says. But when the devil is hunting you, there's nowhere you can hide. Yeah, I'm not reading that. That's insane. If you want to read the synopsis, just look it up on Amazon. Or just online at all. Okay. The next book I got, these are all romance. The next three. This one is one that I have been looking at for a while. I always saw it on TikTok and I was like, but I could never find it cheap enough where I was willing to buy it. Recently I was just like, screw it, you know? So, if you could hear that, that was my dog. Her tail just started wagging. I think she's asleep though, because it is 12:30 or 12:13 at night. Or I guess a.m., but midnight, whatever. You know, I don't know why her tail started wagging. That's funny. My brother's teammates know how to touch me, but that doesn't stop me from daring Jackson Britton to be the first one to break the rules. After once teaming in Austin, I'm all too aware of the hot, broody defenseman with icy blue eyes and ink sprawling his muscular arms. He was the one my brother assigned to keep me safe, and I had far too much fun tempting him to be the one to put me in danger. It was one night of tiptoeing the line, of teasing, flirting, and messing around, knowing nothing would ever come of it. But when the universe throws me back into his lap, 2 weeks later, and we end up on a secret road trip together. All bets are off. I can't help but touch him. I can't help but pray for him to touch me, and I can't resist the temptation to test at every turn. Jackson is smart and doesn't have a death wish, so like a gentleman, he keeps his hands to himself. The jerk. But the closer we get on the road, the further we get from reality, and the less those warning signs from my brother seem to deter him. When we started this road trip, we set a boundary. We promised to keep all arms and legs safely in the friend zone. Now, miles away from all reasons we shouldn't, all I can hear is the heart thumping out the resounding sound we should. And the way those heated blue eyes watch me, I know I'm not the only one. So, I know I kind of like disappeared for a second there, but I don't know why I do that. I just like hunch over when I read. But that's Watch Your Mouth by Candy Steiner. This is the second book in a series, but they are interconnected standalones. And the first book just didn't really interest me. This was the only one that really interested me. I feel like, I don't know, I haven't read the other ones really. I mean, the synopsis or anything of the other ones. This is the one I always heard about. This one, I think there's one other one, but yes. That one was, did I say how much that one was? I don't know, hold on. That one was $15, $15.30. Okay. Okay, the next two I got from Pango. And technically, girl math, they were free because I used my PangoBooks. Okay. Desire or Defense. This is the first book in an interconnected standalone series of rom-coms. It's a sweet hockey rom-com. These are by Leah Brunner. I have not gotten any of the other books, but this one sounds interesting, and there's a few in this series. I'm not the hero in this story, I'm the villain. The notoriously angry, grouchy DC Eagles defenseman that just can't keep his temper in check. The temper that leads to the 5th game suspension from the NHL. As if that's not bad enough, I'm forced into a short-term young hockey coaching gig, which my manager swears will rebuild my image. But what I didn't expect was for the gorgeous, spunky blonde to stomp onto the ice day one and lecture me about being rude to her little brother. Something about this spitfire of a woman and the boy she's so protective of has my defenses melting. And if I'm not careful, I burst into flames, forever melting the ice I've carefully kept around my heart. So it's obviously Grumpy Sunshine. And I don't know if like she's like maybe her brother's guardian or something. I'm not quite sure. But I mean, either way. But it sounds like it could be like this was $15, including shipping. It was $10 without. Okay, sorry about that. My brother came in here. To see what I was doing awake. What's he doing awake? It's hot in my room. About to go turn on the air conditioner. Anywho, this is another one that have. See, these are all books that I like bit the bullet of buying, because these are all books, specifically these two. This one I heard about and thought about buying and thought, I don't want to pay that much for it. So again, also another one I kind of bit the bullet of buying, but this one really is. This one I've been wanting since I started reading. My dog is staring at me now. Hi, Minnie. But it's a coach's daughter, and I'm not reading that because that is teeny tiny. But yes, it's me, but in the penalty box by Callie Mel. I think that's how you say her name. She was the one thing he couldn't have, but that wouldn't stop him from getting what he wanted. Okay, so it was like a with benefits type thing. I don't know if it's friends with benefits, enemies with benefits, or what. I could have swore this was a coach's daughter, which I mean it might still be, but she's working for the team, so I don't know. I'm not too sure. I could have sworn it was coach's daughter though. I don't know. I saw TikTok on me. Anywho, the seller gave me this, and I thought it was so cute. It's a little thank you card. I was like her first order. She gave me some really cute stickers. So I always have some book stickers to my books. But it was really cute. Just a little thank you note. Because I was first. Whatever. It was really cute. There will be another clip after this because I do have a book coming tomorrow, but if I forget to do a outro, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will have a bookshelf, in-depth bookshelf short coming soon. Okay, so I just actually realized that I forgot about a book. And I already put up my tripod and everything. So I'm just sitting on the bookshelf while I grab it. I completely forgot about it, and it's the one I'm the most excited about. Well, I wouldn't say most excited about, but I did get it from Books Million. It was $19. It is Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre. She did the Never After series. The like based on fairy tales. Sorry, there was a lot of noise. Based on fairy tales series, but the villain gets the love interest, whatever. I don't know. The first book is hooked. And I was actually thinking about getting it, and I didn't realize this was about the same person. But this is Beneath the Stars. It is the first book of the Sugar Lake series, and I believe this actually is re-released. This is the re-release cover, and I believe it was released before the Never After series originally. Oh, sorry, a book fell. I'm real jumpy. It's midnight. Anywho, it is signed, which is one of the reasons I bought it is because it was the only signed one there. I saw the sticker. I was like, interesting. This was my first ever signed book. Other than the book I got from school, but that doesn't count. It was a stupid book, anyhow. But it sounds really interesting. Okay, I guess I'm gonna read it because even though it's really long, I do really think it's really interesting. I'm very excited about it. It says, we could go our entire lives without speaking, and still, I know you in the next one. Elena Carson meets Chase Adams when she's 11 years old after he moves down the street carrying nothing but a chip on his shoulder and dimples on his cheeks. Immediately, she vows loving him before she even knows what loving is, but becoming best friends with Chase's little sister means that he's off limits, no matter how much their connection screams for something more. Chase never cared much for following the rules abandoned by everyone who was supposed to love him. He's broken and insecure, choosing to push others away before they have a chance to hurt him. Anyway, I don't actually want to read this entire thing. It's really long, and I want to get to bed, but it's really interesting. they become workmates or work colleagues, end up working together. And he's trying to right the wrongs of his past, starting with her. Whatever that means. But it's obviously best friend's brother. Sounds like maybe a grumpy sunshine too. But yeah. So this is the clip that I was talking about in like 2 clips ago. But it's actually been more than a day because I don't know, I just kind of got like busy. I had a lot of stuff going on. Even though I am on spring break for school. Well, actually, I just returned to school today. But last week I was on spring break. And I just recently got into like nails and stuff, which you'll see some content of that coming soon. But this is the last book of this haul. As of now, I have not, nor do I plan on ordering any more books. I am buying some new nail stuff, which you will see very, very soon. I actually got some of that today. And I think more of it's coming Wednesday. It's Monday currently. And I think I'm also going to film my bookshelf tour, as well as a tour of my nail area today, because I'm actually able to speak freely because there is no one in my house currently except for my dog, and she's taking a nap. So, okay, back to what I was doing. Anywho, I ordered this book, off of Amazon. I'm not quite sure why the cover's so shiny, but whatever. I don't really care. Honestly, I do prefer the matte covers, I think. But I do like the feeling of the shiny ones. But this is Rival Darling by Alexandra Moody. She does, I believe they're YA. I believe all of her books are YA, but I'm not entirely sure. It's a hockey romance. Obviously, I think this is X's enemy, or X's rival. I did pre-order this, even though I know it's been out for forever, but Amazon had this thing where you could pre-order it, or you could go ahead and order it, which I was very confused, but I pre-ordered it because in my reading journal, I have a prompt, which is, to read a pre-ordered book, and so I got this one because I don't really pre-order books. So this could be my pre-ordered book this year if I read it. Anywho, here I'll read the back of it. She should have known better than to make a deal with the devil. When Violet is left heartbroken by the captain of her school's ice hockey team, she vows never to jock again. But to prove she's moved on, she turns to the most unlikely person, her ex's biggest rival, the notorious captain of the Ransom Devils. Reed Darling is gorgeous, mysterious, and intimidating. The only thing people love to talk about more than his hockey skills are his exploits as the ruthless heartbreaker and bad boy. Who better to serve as Violet's fake boyfriend until her ex gets the message right? But Violet soon starts to wonder if there's more to Reed than the gossip suggests. And Reed is determined to win her over, show her he's not the guy everyone thinks he is. Is this jock about to make Violet break all her rules? It actually sounds really, really good. It sounds bad boy, good girl. It's like ex's rival. Maybe some enemies to lovers, or fake dating to lovers, which I'm very excited about. Alright, she looks cute. So, yeah, that's it. So, thanks for watching. I don't know when this video will be posted. Probably next week. So, thanks for watching. Bye.